we play some wiffle baby, let me know. Cause it's the summertime, it's time to shine and come back home. And we can swing right back into it, or can take it slow. Can we play some wiffle baby, here we go. Now I'm about to rap about wiffle ball. Summertime and it's prime time, playing ball all day through the nighttime. I don't know about you, but it's my time. We can go all night, alright, we'll go all nine. Hit the payoff pitch, yeah, we happy that we made it. We can take another sip, round the bases celebrating, or chill and take a dip while we constantly debating which players are the shit and which memories are greatest. What's that, Mom? I ain't going to school today. I'ma hit some wiffle balls and hit the pool today. Go out of sun and have some fun and just stay cool today. Cause rain cloud and flash flood can't even wash my mood away. Wiffle baby, let me know. Cause it's the summertime, it's time to shine and come back home. And we can swing right back into it, or can take it slow. Can we play some wiffle baby, here we go.
Hello folks, and welcome to Weekly Wiffs. I'm your host and Commissioner Tom Anderson. Week 2 is in the books. There were some upsets. The Rattlers are no longer undefeated. And my player of the week for last Sunday's games goes to Sage, the underdog Kamasi. This kid is the reason why the Lemurs went 2-0 last Sunday. Even though he picked up his first W on the mound and racked in 7 RBIs against the Rattlers. And he also had a 3 RBI double to tie the game in the bottom of the 6th, which is not on camera, which is very, very depressing, but what can you do? So we hope this is a sign of things to come for Sage. But for now, I'm Tom Anderson. Hand it off to Dan Anderson with the Inside Scoop. Dan?
Good evening, folks. This is VP Dan Anderson here with the Inside Scoop.
Hello, folks.
Thank you, Tom. Hello, folks. This is VP Dan Anderson with the Inside Scoop. Standings after Sunday's games are as follows. The 51s are 4-0, the Lemurs are 3-1, the Rattlers are 2-2, the Rivercats are 1-3, the Raptors are 1-3, and the Outlaws are 1-3. Sunday's games look like this. At 1 p.m., the 51s faced off against the Rivercats, and the 51s won 9-8. The Outlaws faced off against the Raptors, and the Outlaws won 13-11. At 2 p.m., the Rivercats faced off against the Outlaws, and the Rivercats won 9-2. Also at 2 p.m., the Rattlers faced off against the Lemurs, and the Lemurs won 14-13. At 3 p.m., the Rattlers faced off against the 51s. The 51s won 9-3. In the primetime slot at 4 p.m., the Lemurs were facing off against the Raptors, and the Lemurs won 18-2. That was just a terrible game, I gotta say. Next week's schedule looks like this. At 1 p.m., the 51s are facing the Raptors, and I'm not too sure how that game's gonna go. Currently, the 51s are undefeated, and the Raptors are off to a rough start. But I think the Raptors might be able to end the undefeated streak and get off to a better start than they have been. Also at 1 p.m., the Lemurs will be facing the Outlaws. I think the Lemurs will take this game hands down, if the Outlaws can even field the team, that is. But yeah, the Lemurs should have that, no problem. At 2 p.m., the Rattlers are facing the Outlaws. Again, Rattlers should have no problem taking this game, because Outlaws suck, and they can't normally field the team. So we'll see how that goes. Also at 2 p.m., the Raptors are facing the Rivercats. This should be a good game. The Raptors faced them opening day, and they were able to take the victory, and I think we might be able to do it again. Only time will tell. And at 3 p.m., the Lemurs are facing the 51s, and that should be a pretty good game. Opening day, the 51s mercied the Lemurs, but I think it might be the Lemurs' times to to bounce back. So we'll see how that goes. In the primetime slot at 4 p.m., it's the Rivercats versus the Rattlers. And no offense to Eric, but I think the Rattlers will take this game. Just because their record's a little bit better right now. That doesn't mean anything, though, but it's a little bit better. And I think they'll be able to keep their stuff together longer than the Rivercats will. All right, that's all for the Inside Scoop. I'll see you guys next week. I'll hand it off to Tom now. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dan. It's great to be back. Alright, I'm here to discuss what the league fees are going for this year. Every league fee is going to go towards one of the end of the season trophies, awards. And the end of the season awards that we'll be giving trophies for are Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Most Committed, MVP, Home Run King, and 3 Gold Gloves. And of course, there's always the Rookies versus Veterans game MVP as well. But that's not end of the season, that's Rookies versus Veterans game. Self-explanatory. So yeah, just get your league season, and we can be very official this year and get trophies for almost everyone if you win an award. Alright, thank you. Now we'll now head over to Eric Anderson. Eric?
Hello, PWL Universe. We're almost a third of the way through the regular season, and the commission here and myself have some things we'd like to discuss. Where should we start?
Are the 51s for real? That is the question. Is there an answer?
Well, Commissioner Anderson, I'm beginning to think there is an answer to that question, and I'm beginning to think that the 51s are for real. The combo of Hamlin and Ott the plate, they've both gotten over 500, both unstoppable. Hamlin has seven home runs already. And their pitching, it may be slow, but they're finding ways to win. And Boss is an on-base machine, and the acquisition of BT, we'll see what happens. But how can you argue with the results?
I can argue with the results. It's a fluke. And I have facts to back this up. 4-0 record does not portray the ability of that team. 4-0 makes them seem like, yeah, they must be really good in all aspects of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But
it kind of does.
it's only a matter of time until lob balls start sailing over the fence.
It is a long season.
And it's going to be to that deficit where their offense cannot save them. Their offense is really good, I'll give them that. But now with BT being in the lineup and facing a fast pitcher, how are they going to put up 18 runs, 24 runs with like Hamlin or not on the mound, facing a good team?
Time will tell. I mean, it is a long season, but it'll be interesting to see how the final 2/3 of the season pans out. So, we'll start with the Lemurs. Are they back from the dead?
Yes, sir, they are. We found ourselves. We're back in 2012 form, and we all know what happened in 2012.
Yeah,
Can
Tom.
you refresh everyone's memory?
Tom was a one-man team, and he used that one-man team to win the championship.
Well, I'm not a one-man team this year. Supporting cast around me.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, the reincarnation of Sage Kamasi. That kid's batting .250, and there's just higher than 6 or 7 people in the league right now. What the hell's going on? No, I'm just kidding. No offense, Sage. You are the man. I'm pretty sure he's in the middle of RBIs right now, the RBI race, if I'm not mistaken.
7 RBIs against the Rattlers.
And then we have Nate Powers, who's hitting up a storm right now. That kid's batting over 500, and his pitching, he pitched good his first start, but he kind of came back to his original form his last start. But
And we still won that game because when someone's down on our team, the other people pick them up. Sage Kamasi coming through clutch last Sunday.
yeah, this is true. And Keyshawn, he's just a fun-loving kid who has 3 homers already. And,
His fielding is so crisp and so clean.
I've yet to see his fielding in action, but I'll
Yeah,
take your
'cause
word
your
for
team
it.
doesn't get any hits against my team. So
Well, that was the first game of the season, so yeah, let's just not talk about that. What the hell's up with the Raptors?
Raptors.
Where should we start with that one? There's so many
Once-
things wrong with that team right now.
Once projected first overall in the power rankings, are now 1-3 and in the dumps. Losing to Ryan Fay's Outlaws has to be the worst taste of defeat anyone could possibly imagine.
Yeah, and Eric Lear was pretty pissed about that. You can see a couple of his Facebook posts, and I think he wanted to do physical harm to himself after he lost.
Yeah, I think the Raptors' struggle all begins with the GM, Dan Anderson. 3 in the top 5 picks is in this year's draft, and the team starts out 1-3.
Yeah, that is very surprising. If I were him, I probably would have shopped a couple of those picks around. Especially with that 5th pick. He had no idea what he was going to do with that 5th pick. He probably could have scooped up a couple more picks later in the rounds this year, or potentially got a good pick for next year. So
He better hope for a complete turnaround in upcoming weeks to not make him seem like one of the worst GMs possibly. Well, we all know who's worst GM here. So.
yeah, we won't mention any names. But Adam Cook not being there last
Really?
week,
Yeah,
do you think that had a huge part of why they performed pretty badly?
Yeah, I think he did.
I think he is a crucial part of that team.
His hitting is probably top 10 in the league.
I could see that. And his pitching, you can't forget about his pitching. He's probably, I don't know,
He's a better pitcher than the 51s.
I wouldn't go that far.
He is.
He
He throws faster.
I haven't got to face Cook yet, so I have no idea.
That's not saying much, though.
What's going on with the Genie? I mean, first overall, he's batting .600. Don't get me wrong, but
His batting is what's going to keep the Raptors in games this year.
he's actually looking human.
His pitching on the mound is really not impressive for the first overall pick. But granted, he is a very solid player. But like, he's not bad on the mound. But we thought he was going to be like godlike.
Yeah, I did think that. I mean, maybe it's a part of a learning curve. He hasn't thrown a fast pitch in a couple of years. I expect a regular Genie form by the end of the season.
Well, it's not going to happen. He keeps giving up 18 runs to a leaner team.
It's early in the season. And then Mark Bruce not being there, he's only showed up to 1 out of 4 games. Work's been killing him. And then Eric Lear has underperformed a little bit.
Dreadful.
He hasn't been dreadful, but I'm sure he would say himself that he's underperformed. He wanted to have a high average. He's batting .227. He's in the dumps right now.
He's been making a lot of errors in the field, too. And his pitching is...
Yeah, his pitching's suspect right now. His first couple innings are great, and then the wheels just fall off the bus. I don't know.
learning curve for a rookie.
This past week, have we begin to witness the downfall of the Rattlers?
Weldon does not think so, but I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know what's going on with that team right now. Let's talk about this trade he just made. Why would he trade Jake DeLeo for Jake Nichols? I mean, I see where the trade is important, but what if Nichols never shows up? Why would you trade commitment over a dad?
Well, the thing is that this trade was weird to me because Weldon was not very fond of Nichols. So, you know, it's some bad chemistry there.
I do remember, yeah, I do remember.
And he's sending DeLeo over to Outlaws, and Fahey and DeLeo on the same team. Two trucks there. So, you know, who knows? Chemistry over everything, and commitment.
Well, who do you think got the better of that deal?
Honestly, I think Fahey did. Weldon doesn't think so, but Dean Lemansky showed up once. I don't even think he knows he's on a team. And, yeah, and Dean has soccer all the time with Kyle and Ryan. Those three on the same team missing soccer all the time. That team is pretty down in the dumps. And this Sunday, they're not going to have Doom D'Angelo either. So, could the Rattlers go 2-4 if Weldon is stumped on the mound again?
I don't know.
They could possibly be playing with a two-man team as well, if Nichols shows up.
And if Nichols doesn't show up, Weldon's a one-man team?
Yeah, and that's going to result in a forfeit.
It's looking that way. What do you think about this Billy Sullivan kid? Do you think he's really actually going to play this?
I talked to him yesterday. He has 2 weeks left of baseball. Then he says he should be there, which is nothing definite. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Steven Stark on us. We all know how that kid's doing. Riding the bench in free agents.
Who is Steven Stark?
I don't even know anymore. But the thing is, you all recall when I traded for Alex Lemovitz in the offseason? You remember what I traded for him?
Steven Stark?
I traded Steven Stark, the 14th overall pick in this year's draft, and the 2014 second rounder. I got the 2014 second rounder back for the Sage deal, and he just dropped Stark, so I traded the 14th overall pick for Keyshawn.
Yeah, that's good logic right there. I was not even thinking about that.
And this is why Fahey's GM skills come into play here. But he just made a good move with the Leo, though, so hopefully things are in the right
Yeah,
direction.
I do think that is a good move for Fahey, but it doesn't bring back all
It was one of the
all
best
the
moves.
terrible moves he's made.
It was probably one of the best moves he made since... This is probably the best trade he's ever made.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What's going on with the River Cats? Well, there's so many problems with this team right now, and I'll let you start that before I rip my own team.
Well, you know how we were saying Lemurs are a one-man team last year? River Cats weren't far behind that. And now they're a one-man team again this year, but the one man isn't performing well.
Yeah.
So when the one man isn't performing well, the whole team is just down in the dumps.
Yeah, I can't argue that. I mean, I'm batting .579 this season, but my pitching, I pitched good both games, but that fifth inning has killed me. I easily could have had that win against the 51s this past weekend.
You think any of your players could have helped you out with that one?
Yeah, I think my team could help me out in that 51s game. Keogh and Poss were combined 3 for 18 in that game. That's just not going to cut it. I mean...
So if they continue to perform this poorly, well, what's going to happen to the River Cats?
The River Cats could be in for a tough season. I don't think there'll be any moves anytime soon. But,
so you need to keep underperforming and not do anything about it?
Well, I'm not going to give up, I'll say that much. But,
JB.
I've been talking to Connor Scully, and he's not going to have any baseball next summer, so, if it's not this year, hopefully next year will be the year of the River Cats. I really don't think it's this year, so... I mean,
You heard it from the GM himself.
I have faith in my team, but we have to perform better. And that's pretty much it. I can't keep blowing up leads. I mean, granted, it's only a couple-run lead, but I held those leads last year, and so far I haven't been able to, but the win hasn't helped.
You think Connor Scully's going to show up at all for you this year?
He'll show up for a couple games so we can get a couple wins out of him, but I don't know if he'll be eligible for playoffs. I'm hoping he will be, but...
And just a reminder, you have to play at least 7 games to be eligible.
It's going to be
for
cutting
playoffs.
it close, but if the River Cats can squeak into the playoffs and have Connor Scully available to them, they can make some noise in the playoffs. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, Connor Scully is... When Connor Scully's there, he's probably the best player on the team.
Yeah.
All around. Like, he's an absolute beast.
I agree with that. And then Froyo not showing up because he has homework or something. That's
Bunch of bullshit!
That's bogus. And then P. Randy, I don't even know what the hell is the matter with this kid. This kid doesn't respond to anything. He's been driving me nuts. I mean...
Will he be traded?
I don't know.
He was curious about it today, actually.
Yeah, he was curious about it? Well, we can discuss this off camera later on. Do you think the Outlaws are getting any better?
I think so.
So do I.
Now we don't have to worry about them fielding a team like 30 minutes before the game starts. The Leo and Fahey will be there every single week. And Dominic's pumped.
Yeah, Dominic's saying if he doesn't have work, he said he was going to quit his job. I'm pretty sure he said that on Sunday, so they'll have a
Sweet.
3-man team all the time.
And then if Liam and Paul ever decide to show up, that team could be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Then there's Romeo Udin, but yeah, we all know his story.
I don't really know his story. I don't even know the kid, but but Paul O'Leary and Liam O'Shea.
Don't know how to communicate either. With me, that is.
Yeah, well, I guess Fahey's been talking to him, and they keep saying they have soccer and this and that. But if they could field the full team, they could be scary. I mean, they just knocked off the Raptors.
Watch them have a full team. Like, if they make playoffs, watch them have a full team in playoffs and actually make some noise in playoffs and upset some teams.
Well, they're going to start feeling the team because it's going to be tough trying to win games with a 2-man team.
The Outlaws are 1 game behind a playoff spot right now. If that doesn't get you pumped, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
The team that we all thought was absolute garbage. And look, they're 1 game out of a playoff spot. As of right now.
This is true. I mean, there's not much else to say about that. I mean, the records right now,
This league is anyone's right now.
yeah, it's true. I mean, I would have never guessed the records would be like this right now.
51's a 4-0. They were projected 5th in the power rankings.
Yeah, that was before all this.
We knew.
Deep down, I knew they would be good, but I didn't think they would be undefeated.
I
right
don't know
now. Let's
how
put
their
it that way.
pitching is winning games. You face Hammer, how many runs you score off them?
Hammer, we scored 8, but it still wasn't enough. We had so many opportunities and just faltered.
How'd you only score 8 off Hammer?
I don't know. I mean, I did my part. Like I said, my team was like 3 for 18. We had many runners on, but just couldn't get the important runs.
It's all about the key hits.
Yeah, that's what it was. And the wind was brutal. It took away a granny from Nick Keogh.
Saw that.
Yeah,
Went foul.
That was rough, but it also took a dinger away from Hamlin. So the wind was devil's advocate for everybody. Alrighty, so who do you think is the most impressive through 4 games this season?
Most impressive player?
Yeah.
Well, he had a rough outing this Sunday, giving up 8 runs and 1 in the 3rd inning, but I'm going to have to say Dylan DeAngelo. Hitting bombs left and right, and he's taking control of that team. So, yeah, Dylan DeAngelo most impressive so far this year for me. How about you?
For me, my most impressive right now is actually on your team, Nathan Powers.
Yeah.
I mean, I always knew that kid could pitch. I mean, he gave up 5 homers to the Rattlers. The wind.
3 from Dylan.
Yeah, the wind helped that a little bit, but.
And we still won the game. That's all
Yeah,
that
exactly.
matters.
And his hitting, I haven't seen the kid hit like this before. So.
He's dedicated.
If he could stay like this the entire season, it's good things are coming for the Lemurs organization.
Possible MVP caliber, you think?
MVP caliber.
If he keeps up like this, MVP caliber.
He has to greatly improve on his pitching if he wants to
1-0 on the mound.
be considering that. Yeah, but what's
Picking up the wins.
his ERA is tough right now after you just gave
My ERA is tough.
Well,
And I'm 1-0
this
on
is
that
true.
also. All the ERAs are tough.
I have no idea what's going on. The weather has to be doing something. I think the best ERA in the league right now is
It's 6.95 or something like that, and it's Dylan DeAngelo.
wow. Holy shit! That's terrible. It's definitely an offensive league right now. All the pitching stats are horrible. There's like 5 million walks already.
Wind has something to do with that, and then it's just inaccuracy. There's been a lot of excuses not performing well. But when it comes down to it, you just gotta deal with it and make the best out of it.
You know, according to the weather reports for this Sunday, it's looking like it's going to be 80, and the wind doesn't appear to be a factor. As of right now, things can change, but you never know. Who's your least impressive player right now?
Least impressive. I'm gonna have to say Connor Vakowski. What the hell?
Not showing up. I'm surprised at this.
He was so committed last year. Not impressive at all not showing up, and when he did, he wasn't really that good. I mean, he batted like 3 times. He's batting like 600 something, but what the hell, man? Show up.
My least impressive right now would probably have to be Eric Lear. I mean, he's been having a rough start to the season. I love the kid. The kid's the man. I think he'll come out of it.
Who knows? His last game, 0 for 5 against the Lemurs, 5 Ks.
Granted, he was facing you, and when you're on, it's not even fair. So.
And I'm on again, so get used to seeing that.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think Eric Lear will come out of it eventually. I mean, I don't see him.
He hasn't really been alive at the plate either.
Well, he did have his first career homer against the Outlaws.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Maybe he can ride off the momentum and get out of this slump.
Yeah, I don't see him being in the dumpster at 200. This kid's definitely a 300 hitter. So.
The thing with the Raptors is they don't really have any like blow away pitchers, so they rely on their fielding, and their fielding's god awful. So.
Yeah, I've seen some footage. Let's
Yeah.
just put it that way.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and we'll finish this up with who's been your biggest surprise so far?
Biggest surprise so far. I'm gonna have to say Nate Powers. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Lemurs, they don't have a number 2 pitcher. They don't have a number 2 pitcher this entire offseason." And look, I got a number 2 pitcher, and an absolute beast at the plate. There's a reason why he was the first overall pick in last year's draft, and he's proven it this year. Maybe he was just saving all this up for me.
I don't
chemistry.
know. Well, his commitment issues kind of hindered
He
his
doesn't
last
have
year.
commitment
Yeah,
issues
not anymore.
He has chemistry with
Not
me
anymore.
and our entire team. We're in sync, and we found ourselves, and we're ready to win.
It's just true. My biggest surprise so far is between Andrew Nunn and Nick Keogh. I mean, Nunn's always been good at fast pitch, but I thought like a couple years off would have hindered him a little bit, but he's picked right back up where he left off in the NLWL.
His home run numbers aren't the same.
Yeah, I think he's more of a line drive hitter now. I don't think he'll be popping many over the fence. His average is 500 or so, so you can definitely see him being steady around there. And then Nick Keough.
Everyone thought he was just like everyone thought he was a Joe Coughlin. Like, he's really committed, but his skill's not there. But his skill is there.
His skill is definitely there.
His swing is very unique. I guess you could call that. Like, but he makes contact somehow, and it goes somewhere.
Yeah, he has a very unorthodox swing, but he is batting .320, which is
more than half the league can say. So
yeah, I knew Keough had it in him, but I never thought it would be like this. I'm so happy to have him as part of the Rivercats organization. And
he's the future of the Rivercats, and when Connor's not there, he really has to step up big.
Yeah, this is true. But I wish everyone was like Nick Keough in this league.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid loves to just come and play and have fun, and he takes it serious, and he's dedicated, and if everyone in the PWL was like that, we would friggin' be having fun every damn Sunday.
I'm pretty sure we're having fun every Sunday.
Well, this is true, but I'm saying if everybody from every team was there, we would have fireworks every friggin' Sunday.
That's another thing with the Outlaws. Let's go back to the Outlaws for a second. Equipment issues. Anybody saying equipment issues for the Outlaws?
I think we touched upon it. I mean, they'll come eventually.
The thing is,
they have a three-man team.
When they have that three-man team, who's pitching?
Well, it's usually Fahey, but he's only 3 on the mound.
And then when they're not performing well, you know how Fahey gets.
They're screwed, yeah. They're pretty much screwed.
The Outlaws getting better. They just got rid of their best pitcher.
Yeah, I think
we'll leave that up to you folks.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we touched upon it a little bit, but yeah, we'll leave the final thoughts up to you, Peter World Universe. But that's all the time we have. I'm gonna hand it off to this guy on his own little special segment to close the show. So take care.
Hello, folks. I'm Commissioner signing off. We'll be playing again this Sunday as always. I hope to see all of you there. We're going to have a great season of football. And watch for this game this Sunday. Lemurs will be taking on the 51s again. An exact rematch from opening day. Same pitching matchups. Myself versus Andrew Nod. And Lemurs looks to get some revenge for getting Mercy last time. So I hope you have a great day. Sayonara.
Fuck you, Tom!
Oh!
Oh, is it ready?
You fuck.
p.m. the Rattlers faced off against the 51s. The 51s won 9-3. Primetime slot at 4 p.m. was the Lemurs at the Rattlers.
Fuck. I said like the Rattlers. You're distracting me.
Hey folks, this is me eating my dinner.
Go over every fucking team. I say it right to the shooter. Let's talk about these teams. Please don't do that.
No! No!
I was about to fucking take this bat and shove it
No.
up your ass.
No! No! No!
Yes, Dan, you're probably zooming in on my face like usual.
Oh, you want some attention to work?
go. Please. We need him.
No, it's true. Can you stop fucking recording me?
You have beautiful eyes. Look at him. Stop doing that with your mouth.
We now head over to Eric Anderson. Eric?
Like, that's a cue to pop up. Alright, wait. You look like a sea captain. This is the tale
Of Captain Jack Sparrow, a pirate so brave. Got his first W on the mound against the Rattlers, and also a bases clearing double to tie the game in the bottom of the sixth, which the Lemurs later won, but we couldn't have done it without Sage and his 7 RBI effort. Pretty successful game for the Lemurs. What the fuck? I totally died. No, it's on camera.
Say that again for America.
The Raptors suck dick.
That's rude. That's not what you said before. You said that he likes to kiss them dicks.
Hello, folks. I'm your host and commissioner, Tom Anderson. Week 2 is exactly. Don't fucking give it. I quit. Bitch. Oh!
Where the fuck did they go?
Under the table.
You don't know shit.
Nice throw back up.
Kind of flopped in that one. So there's my packet.
Ah. Fuck, it's gonna be sweet.
We're switching it up there.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's not gonna land on my head like that.
It looks cool though. Did you get a new head? You look like a gay sailor.
Sounds like candy.
Hello, PWL Universe, and sorry. I didn't know you were going to start that.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah,
Anything you'd like to say to America while we're here?
That's stupid. You're sitting right next to me.
Anything you'd like to say to America while we're here?
That's what I was going to do.
I got 2 nipples and a dick.
Can you shut it off so we can restart it again?
Who are you, mate?
Ferg walked through the door last season, and yep, she made an entrance in this episode, and now she's walking up the stairs.
Hi, Ferg.
Hi.
Fuck this.
Fuck!
Shit, almost came out!
Can you shut the camera off? Hello, PWL Universe. We're a third of the way through the season. Almost
No,
a,
I'm not.
a third of the way through.
They're not even paying attention.
You guys are fucking retarded.
Hello, Fuck.
Do me here, this is making 8.
What the fuck?
We're doing it this time.
3 dingers on the season already, which puts them in the middle of the pack with the rest of the league. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say there. What the hell do you think is happening with the Raptors right now?
Raptors. Where to begin? I think it all starts with the GM. Dan's got to take control. That's what it is. Look at how good draft picks he had. He had 3 in the top 5, and the team starts out 1-3. You gotta be smarter than that with your draft picks. And those draft picks just had to perform better. That's all it is.
If I was him, I would have traded those picks for something.
If I was him, I would have traded his picks for something better. But, that's GM Dan Anderson, and the Raptors
And
are
fuck you just ruined this
son of a bitch!
You guys are farted.
Dude, it looks foggy in here. Why does it look foggy in here?
Hello, PWL Universe. We're almost a third of the way through the season, and the Commissioner and I have some things we need to discuss. Where should we start? It's been the River Cats, and everyone knows what the hell kind of season they've been having. Unless a team back from the dead can create... Damn it.
We're zombies now, huh?
Yeah, we are. Disregard that, folks.
This is my purple drink, but it's blue, and there's a dick on it.
Can we restart, please? Hello, PWL Universe.
Don't say it like that!
Then you say it.
No.
Can you shut it off, please, D?
I'm busy.